get in the
Sure.
Why didn't you vote for the flag? You know we're coming out there. Vote for you can big and sell it. Where did you white power? If he's sucking cock. Why did you not vote on everybody here, right? They hate themselves. They really come out everybody up, all right?
Back out, please.
White power. White power. Hey, we can go on this side.
Hey, what's up? We know that we're live right now. Just bringing everybody up to speed. We're in front of the Columbia State House right now in South Carolina. There are dueling rallies going on. There's what you call a Black Power rally with the Black Panthers and some people from the Nation of Islam on that side. And then over here we've got people who are pro-Confederate flag. You can see a few of them up here. The police clearly are not taking any chances with this. They're basically cordoned off these two groups and they're separating. Go back this way. Where do you need us? This way. This way. Go back that way, please. So the police are asking us to step back. We're going to stay in a position where, obviously, we can listen to them. Please go back that way. But you can see what's unfolding here. It was pretty tense just a few minutes ago. There was a lot of shouting, some pushing and shoving, and this crowd showed up real quick. 10 minutes ago, there was nobody here, and now it's packed. So if you're just tuning in right now on our live stream, there are hundreds of people here, and we're in the middle of the rally. You can see the Confederate flag there, and we all know the history, and certainly the recent history of the Confederate flag being lowered outside the State House in South Carolina, here in Columbia. But there are groups here that are raising that flag again and saying they want it raised because it represents their heritage. But there's also people from the Black Panther Party here and the Nation of Islam here, and the people with the Confederate flags are literally surrounded. There's a ring of police officers around them, a ring of law enforcement officers around them, and then a much bigger ring of people who want the guys with the Confederate flags to leave. And there's some tension in the air, I'll tell you that.
Nah, they got you. They gonna be on the stack.
It means we're going to lose our spot here. So who would vice names? Do you live in this area? Yeah. What do you think of these guys with the Confederate flag?
Well, number one, I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. Okay. My name is Terry Davis. Let me put that out there. And I was actually a crip in this city at one time. I ran one of the largest gangs in this city. I actually made a movie about it. It's called Colors Bay in South Carolina. Wow. One thing I always said, y'all are not coming to Columbia, South Carolina. Not my city. Coming with this KKK. And I told a whole bunch of people that I used to gang bang with, if y'all can kill each other and fight each other, y'all gonna let the KKK come out here and just think they can do whatever they can do.
So I hear what you're saying, but they're here now.
And you see what happened.
You see freedom of speech. They can say what they want, but you got to conduct yourself professionally.
We was over here chilling. The man walked over here and started saying white power. I started screaming black power, and the police pushed me back. Even though they walked over here.
How do you feel about that?
Man, you know how I feel about it. I mean, one of the guys whispered in my ear and asked me, how do I feel about getting locked up? And I'm like, wait a minute. I haven't moved. They walked over here. I'm just taking up for my city, Columbia, because a lot of people think we're dumb and we don't know nothing, which is not true. It's not the 1960s, it's not the 1950s.
So there's only a handful of people right now with these flags. But look around, I mean, there are hundreds of people who don't want these guys to be here. You grew up here, this is your city. How does that make you feel?
I mean, I love it. I love it because I'll tell you what really surprised me. When the people died, the 9 people that died in Charleston, when I seen that many white people supporting black rights, that's when I knew I was blessed to be born in this time.
You know, it's interesting you say that because some people might look at what's going on here and say, this is the problem with America. is that nobody's getting along.
Well, I feel like until people understand business, because I'm a businessman myself, and when I say business, I mean, yes, this is a white-owned society. I understand that. Black people came to this country as slaves, and that made a lot of white people rich. So if I'm the leader of my business, why would I let an intern come in and have equal rights as me? I get that from that point of view, and I feel like that's the black man's plight in America.
All right, so here's your chance. We're live streaming.
I need some help over this. I might need some help.
What's your name?
Terry Davis.
Terry Davis. Thank you, Terry.
And I run something in this city called South Carolina Film Institute.
That was Terry Davis we were just speaking to. The crowds are moving. You can see there are more Confederate flags showing up. So we're just going to move around. We're going to move around and see how close we can get and see how this crowd reacts. Because you can see every time that someone brings up a new Confederate flag, the crowds get even angrier. Yeah, so if you're just joining us right now, we're at the State House in Columbia, South Carolina, and right about now we know that the KKK was about to show up to hold what they're calling a white power rally, and you can see some evidence of that. You can see the Confederate flags are up in the air. Now at the same time as that rally is going on, there's also what you call a black power rally with people from the Black Panther Party, people from the Nation of Islam, and you know, when you take two people that don't always agree and you put them in the same area, you're going to see what's happening right now. There's a massive crowd, hundreds of police officers here on the ground, and they could get very, very dicey. We're just going to move in a bit. Stay with us. We're going to get into where we can. You're going to hear the crowds are being cheered. They're being cheered. And I got to point something out right now. So come with me. You can see there's actually a barricade right here. And this is one of the things that some of the people who live here have complained about. They're saying, why are you giving barricades to the KKK? Because you can see how many KKK members there are. Maybe a couple of dozen at most. But all the people around them, for the most part, are people who are from the city that don't want the KKK here. So clearly they're outnumbered. And people are complaining. They're saying, why are these barricades up when they are the majority and the KKK are the minority? And you can see them walking up right now up onto the stage to show what they say is solidarity and white power. And of course, these images, you know, to a lot of people in America are going to be startling because it wasn't very long ago that the Confederate flag was lowered from the State House. And seeing these Confederate flags here up again is certainly enraging and provoking to a lot of the people here.
There's still people in front of me too.
Yeah, come on, get in.
You gotta steal black culture.
In case you guys can't hear it, people are actually trying to break through the barricades right now. There's a lot of pushing and shoving here. Police are clearing everybody out. They got you around. Police are take a look. Come on in. Yeah. They're making some arrests. Take a look at that. What's going on? At least one person being taken away. Things are being thrown in the air right now. There's some bottles being thrown. All right, I don't know if you can hear this over the drum beat, but up on the stage over there outside the State House, people are yelling white power, white power. And they're... So this suddenly became a very volatile environment. I mean, we're live. We're live. And don't call me kid.
Embarrassment to white people. Exactly.
It's pretty clear the temperature here is already pretty hot, and the temperatures here are getting hotter. In fact, a few more people are making their way onto the stage from the KKK. Now you got to remember, they're here saying that this is free speech, and they're protecting their free speech by protesting here. The question now is, how is the crowd going to take it? And what we're seeing right now is the crowd, they're not taking it very well.
Shit, I hope you ain't fit
We're live right now. What do you think of all this?
What do you think about it?
I'm not from here, so that's what I'm saying. What do you think about all this?
I make a deal that white extremists
outside.
I'm hearing that from a lot of people. People are saying, why are they coming in from outside? Do you think this represents Colombia?
This does not represent Colombia, baby.
Confusion. What's it going to take? I'm going to ask you the hardest question. What's it going to take for people here and in other parts of America to just get along?
World War.
Jesus.
Another World War.
Another World War. Do you think it'll be that extreme? It'll be that
What do you say?
I don't have any answers. You know what? If I had answers, I'd be sharing them. I don't have answers.
You got opinion.
All I know from standing here where I am is that this fault line is just...
Shame we're even here. Okay? I'm ashamed we're even here. I've come through here a long time, and it's been a lot more notorious recognizing people doing the right thing. You saw what you just saw. That was bound to happen.
You think it's bound to happen? Sure. So just to bring us up to speed, you saw what was happening. Describe it for us.
Well, I just saw somebody getting into stuff. I don't know what you call it. Did somebody hit the man? Was he defending himself?
How would you describe the tension in the air right now?
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, about a 4. 4 or 5.
It looks like it kind of hits a bit of flashpoints. We're actually seeing over there some people yelling back and forth. It'll be interesting to see how this all plays out.
How's it playing out on the other side? How's it playing out on the other side? I hadn't started yet.
Yeah, we were on the other side. We heard about the scuffles and everybody hightailed it over here. And there you go. So,
What news media are you?
we're with Vice, and we're live streaming right now. I'm gonna interrupt for a second. I just want to get a bit closer and see if we can talk to you guys. You want to go talk to him? Yeah.
Very good.
Thank you. What was your name?
My name is Robert H.
Thank you, Robert. It's a pleasure. I'm Mohammed. Nice to meet you.
Okay, Mohammed. Nice to meet you.
Hey. Hey guys, we're with the media. We're with the media. Can I talk to you for a bit?
Nah, we ain't got time for you. Hey, you want to talk to somebody? Go right on the other side.
They the ones got the problem. We ain't.
Y'all ain't on our side. We don't want to talk to y'all. Y'all ain't on our side.
I'll let you say whatever you want.
You're not on our side. We don't want to discriminate here.
You ain't gonna put
I'll let you say whatever you want.
Quote this. We tired of Kill Whitey shit. How about that?
So was that?
We tired of hearing that Kill Whitey shit. We tired of that shit.
The guy to your right with the Nazi battle flag, they're supposed to be inside in the white.
Right, if you're just joining us, we're outside the State House in Columbia, South Carolina right now. There's a heavy police presence here, and the reason why is if you look up on the stage, you can actually see there's a KKK rally going on right now. And of course, this runs right across the fault line that we have here in America with racial tensions. There's a large crowd of people here. A lot of them were holding a Black Power rally just on the other side of the State House. Obviously, they don't want the KKK here. Tensions just exploded a short while ago. Hey guys, we're with Vice. We're live streaming.
I'd go over there just in case something else happens. I'm not part of the plan.
What do you think of the plan being here?
I think they're just here to support the flag.
Nope.
That was the Black Panthers. The Black Panthers and the KKK are trying to send a message. They're just very smart about it.
Say that again. What was that? They're very smart about it?
Yeah, they're smart with their words. They're trying to send an underlying message to all the blacks and whites. They're trying to start a race war, even if they don't say it directly. That's the purpose of them being there. Both those things, both parties could just stand up there, and the message was sent. They don't have to say a word. They're representatives both in groups.
Where do you fit in all this?
By myself.
By yourself.
I'm fighting for South Carolina. These motherfuckers don't deserve to speak. Neither does the Black Panther guy.
So what do you think? There's so many of them here, and they have this platform. Whether it's the Panthers.
This is what I think. I think that we got a big issue. South Carolina has a big issue with letting people like that speak. The flag is down, first off. White flag.
They let people on the other side speak.
They should not be flying that flag either.
That's a good point. So
they shouldn't. We just took down a flag that represented white supremacy. Why raise another flag that represents the same thing on the opposite side?
He brings up a good point, and that is on the other side. You were raising your flag.
But it never stood for anything. It's only standing for something now. Okay, so the flag. No, Black Power has. But they're trying to introduce a flag to the black community, and that should not be allowed because we're trying to get rid of that shit. They're preaching segregation from the whites, they're preaching segregation from the blacks, and that is bullshit. So we should come together as a people and not separate.
All right, so I think most people would say, you know what, that makes sense. But how do you do that?
How do I?
Because this hatred runs deep. This ain't like a 10-year thing.
It starts in the house. It starts with the parents. If we could show the parents that are teaching their kids hatred.
From here in Columbia, Gilbert.
There's good people that's not racist. That want to come together.
So how do you bring them together?
Gilbert is in.
They are racist.
No, I'm just asking.
If me and you went here, we bumped into somewhere at a gas station or something, I talk to you like you was a white person or any other.
Well, I gotta be a white person. Why you just can't say you can't talk to me? I'll talk to you as a person.
Because you're putting me as a racist.
I didn't put you as a racist. I just asked those people up there. I said, would you sit down and talk to me? I asked you, would you sit down?
I would talk to you the same way I would talk to them.
Okay, so you said none of them up there are racist?
No, they are.
So what does the flag represent to you?
The South.
What about it?
So let me ask you guys something. You're black, you're white, I'm brown, I'm in the middle.
I'm brown. We are the same complexion. I have more melanin than him.
Listen, no, for real. What's it going to take for black people and white people who oppose each other in parts of America to come together?
I think what's it going to take? Too many people trying to keep it divided.
We're more forgiving. We're one. That's what we're doing.
So you want white people to forgive you?
No, I said we are forgiving of what they do to us.
They should forgive us, not the other way around. We don't have to forgive the black.
Nobody should forgive nobody. They should forgive us.
That's a very good point. She said I just feel like we're all human. We all have our own brains. It's annoying. It's annoying. To see this is annoying. It's like we're the human race. Racism and prejudice, we're not born with it. We're taught. Like, why do we have to keep teaching it? Is what I'm saying.
They just invited us to go up our with them.
No, we didn't.
I said no.
You said no?
Yeah. Because I'm not in the KKK. I'm not associated with that. I'm here for the cause of the flag.
What's your name?
But it's down though. The flag is down in the museum.
Thanks for talking to us.
That's why I'm here, because I don't believe it should have been down.
We want it back up. Because they represent you more.
So let's get it back out. I just want to point out here, there's people in the front row that are actually doing Nazi salutes to the crowd. And they're about maybe 20, 30 feet away from the barricades. If you're just joining us, this is a KKK rally outside the State House in Columbia, South Carolina. And you can tell it is provocative. They're up in the steps right now. Being protected by the police. There's a pretty big barricade here. I don't know if you can hand around just a little bit just to give people a sense of the barricades.
I don't believe it. I miss the crowds are on
but there are a lot of people in the crowd here, hundreds of people, and they don't want the KKK in town. And the KKK up on stage, you can see some of them are doing Nazi salutes. A lot of them are smiling. And it looks like, from where I'm standing, a lot of them are just trying to provoke the crowd. Now, they say they're here to protect and defend free speech.
just like I would.
And all of this happened very, very quickly. This all happened in the span of 10 or 15 minutes. This crowd just exploded on the scene. There was a Black Panther rally going on. And as soon as the KKK showed up on the other side of the state, people just ran here. We've already seen some scuffles. We've already seen what looked like one arrest being made. And we're on the scene right now, live streaming with Vice, just keeping an eye on what's going on. What year is this? What year is this? Take a look, guys. Yeah. So take a look, guys. Take a look at what's going on the stage right now. You've got Confederate flags here. So just pointing out the tensions that you can feel right now. Take a look at what's on stage. You've got dozens, maybe at best 100 people or so that are part of the KKK. They're waving Confederate of the Columbia State House in South Carolina, where the Confederate flag was lowered recently, and clearly they're not too happy about that. But need to back up just a little bit. Need to back up? Yes, sir. Please back up. So you can see there's a very heavy police presence here. They're not taking any chances. We've seen them make some arrests, and there are barricades all around the State House right now. We've already seen at least one person rush the barricades and try to get through. The police took him down pretty quick, and we're sort of just on standby, checking out to see what goes on. But clearly, there are people on both sides, both the crowd and the KKK on stage, that are trying to instigate instigate some kind of confrontation. We don't know if that confrontation is going to take place. We've seen little flashpoints here and there. But that's exactly what's going on right now at this moment. So this all started much earlier this morning, really, when there was a rally being done by a group called Black Educators for Justice. It's run by a former new Black Panther. There were people from the Nation of Islam there. It was basically a Black Power rally. They had their own flags that they were waving, but the crowd wasn't that big. It was maybe 200, 300 people. As soon as the KKK rolled in with their Confederate flags on the opposite side of the State House, this crowd just totally swelled, and this crowd just totally grew. I mean, I can see dozens and dozens of law enforcement officials here from various different law enforcement agencies. I mean, we're not just talking the police, we're talking everybody. And they're all here making sure it doesn't get out of hand. Let's see if we can get it over there, because they might be doing a statement or something. It looks like, well, it looks like they might have made a place for us. You guys want to see if we can get in there? Yeah. Hey, sir? We're with the media and Russian right now. Is there a way we can get over there? You wouldn't give us permission to just come? So I can't give anybody permission. What's going on over there? Wow. So talk about provoking. They're actually spitting and stamping on the flag. So what flag is this?
Was that Jewish? Israel?
That's Israeli?
Is it?
I can't tell.
It looks like it might be.
It could be, but I don't want to confirm.
White and the blue. I don't know.
There's the Nazi flag right there. And this is happening in the heart of America, right in front of the State House. South Carolina. People are throwing bottles.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that is the Star of David.
That's the Star of David. This is live right now. These are KKK members giving Nazi salutes. They're now actually tearing apart the flag with the Star of David on it. This is no doubt sending chills into a lot of people who are watching this right now. And I got to say, listen, I'm supposed to be neutral, but I know there are millions of people that could be watching that and terribly offended by this. That similar to their religion like that would be stomped out of the ground.
If they rebelled against the government, that's what they did. They rebelled. It's called a rebel flag. It's on the federal flag, but some people call it a rebel flag. It really did. Which I've heard some people describe it. To be honest, I've heard some people describe it as a flag. You can go back and read it all right before we leave it. Wait. He said that they were starting a new country because the idea that Thomas Jefferson believed that racism is wrong, slavery is wrong. We're starting a new country.
Alright, if you're just joining us on this live stream on Vice, we're right in front of the State House in South Carolina right now in Columbia, where there's a KKK rally underway. And there is a lot of tension in the air. There are groups with the Confederate flag here, the KKK's here. And literally just a couple of minutes ago, we saw a group of people giving Nazi salutes and trampling right on the flag with the Star of David on it, spitting on it, jumping on it, tearing it apart. And actually, to set the scene, if you look around what's going on, right, just take a look over here. So we've got more people with the KKK. We got more people with the KKK making their way onto the stage, but if you look around, you'll see a lot of Black Power flags here as well. There's a crowd of, it's tough to tell from this vantage point, I'd say at least 1,000 people now maybe, that are surrounding the State House and barricaded so that the KKK can, I guess, have this platform up on the stairs. There are a lot of people in this crowd that don't want it.
No wonder they have a fence around it. They didn't have to have a fence around the other side.
They didn't, right? There was no fence there.
Right. People were right up at the steps while they were talking.
What do you think would happen if there was no barricade here?
Oh, I'm afraid people would be up there fighting with each other. You know, people from the crowd would be up there throwing punches and still got a good shot.
What does that say about the state of America, that we need barricades to keep Americans and Americans apart from each other?
No, it's not good.
I hear you.
This is
But you know what? So a lot of people would look at this and say, look, this is what's wrong with America. But look around. There are way more people who don't want confrontation. And there are way more people who, I mean, look at the officers. They don't want a confrontation either.
I just got hit 5 times. I don't want to get hit.
Why'd you get hit?
I was standing here whenever all that stuff started coming.
You guys hit on the side there.
I got hit in the back and stepped in the leg.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just got hit with a gun on something in the top. Got her out of here. That right there hit me in the back.
You got hit with a Gatorade bottle.
Yeah.
That hurts, man.
Oh, yeah.
If they throw from far, then that hurts. I'm glad you're okay, though.
Yeah.
It would be unfortunate if you got hit. I'm just going to... Brett, can you see the guys right there? So the guys in the black that you're going to be looking at right at the barricade. These guys were giving Nazi salutes literally like just a few minutes ago. And they're right up at the barricade shouting at people, talking to them. Brett, we should see if we can maybe get around this. Do you think he'll let us in? I don't know, but you can talk to him.
The red barriers on the inside are for the media.
We're with Vice News and we're live right now, actually.
Okay.
Can you let us in? Is that okay, sir?
If you go in, you need to stay behind one side or the other on the red barriers.
You got my word.
Okay.
You got my word. Thank you, sir.
Is it 3 of you?
It's 3 of us.
All the way behind the red barrier.
So the police have sort of very graciously let us get right in. Take a look at the crowd over here. You'll see they're giving Nazi salutes. Let's go and see if we can talk to them. Look at the tension right here. These guys are going at it.
What?
New York history. I have a fucking master's degree. What do you got? What's your name? Why don't you come see my fuck you? Hey, you know what that is? That's what a real white man sounds like. So if you're just joining us, this is a KKK rally in Columbia, South Carolina. And these guys here are really KKK or white supremacists. And you can see tension is building. I see them. We're live right now in Vice. You mind if I talk to you? That's the commander right there. That's who you want to talk to. We're live right now in Vice. You mind if we ask you a few questions?
Some blacks can run fast.
We're here to support a white race and Confederate flag.
Actually, whites are the fastest thing in the world. That's why we have all this, buddy. All of this. Hey, most of the technology you have today came from German scientists after World War II.
So the anti-fascists out here screaming and hollering and making hate speech. I mean, we have a lot of supporters out here. You can see rebel flags flying all around.
Oh! No.
Here we go. Yeah, but you just gave it back to him. You just gave it back to him. I noticed some things.
You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing with all your little do-rags. I'll choke you off with those. Come on over this line. Come on over this line. Hey, right there.
All right, so this has turned nuts big time. Take a look. The barricades are actually almost tipping over. People are saying, bring it. This is a group of people in Columbia, South Carolina. You don't want these groups here. Things are being thrown. We're literally in the crossfire right now with things being thrown. People on this side. We're going to stay as long as we can. But there's a real danger that things could get violent here real quick. Brett, listen, watch your back, right? If I feel that they're getting too rowdy, I'm going to move us back. Where's Lou? Listen, wait, better watch this barricade tips or whatever. You're going to have to get out of here.
Hey, can you spell Holocaust? Can you spell Holocaust?
We're with Vice News right now.
Hey, I was on Vice with you guys. I'm the kid that blew up the car. Tell me why you guys are here. We're the Bastards Motorcycle Club. We're a mixed motorcycle club, black, white, Asian, Spanish. We don't tolerate homophobia, sexism, racism, classism, the industrial military complex, the police state. We don't tolerate it. We're not here for an alternative agenda. We're here to run these pieces of shit out of our town, Columbia, South Carolina.
So I'm guessing you read and you watch Vice.
Yeah, Vice is good, minus some of the weird shit you'll post sometimes. You're pretty dead on about 97%.
So I gotta ask you, are you guys really angry or is this just on the show?
I'm fucking pissed. I've been up for 2 days straight. Me and my brothers have been hand making these signs. We already put $400 into this. 600 people went into making this happen. These motherfuckers had to ask for a podium. You ask for a podium? In this country, you don't ask. You say what you have to say and you stand up for it.
Why don't they go to black neighborhoods and do what they do? Because they're cowards.
What would happen if there was no barricade?
They gotta go home.
They would get their ass.
I would not incite violence. I not promote violence. I promote understanding. No, but listen, this would be a bad situation because the media has turned into something worse than it is. But what human beings do is we express our feelings. This is human expression. That's right. This is healthy, and this is making change.
Listen, you're saying it's healthy, but I'm seeing shit being thrown at people.
When I used to watch Martin Luther King do what he did, I saw dogs eating people. I saw 3 dead little girls in a church with their shoes sticking out of rubble. They were the cops then. They weren't holding anybody back then. They were letting them go wild. And now they're not a political group. They are domestic terrorists. They are domestic terrorists. They have killed more Americans on American soil than any other fucking group. Fuck Nazi sympathy. Don't give them freedom when they won't die for yours.
So that pretty much explains the mood here on the streets. I'm actually interested to see how long the KKK groups and the white supremacist groups stay here.
I don't want to talk to you. You look like a bowel movement. You look like a bowel movement or a kitty bear. I don't got my hand.
Right, if you're just joining us on this live stream, let me just tell you where we are right now. We're right at the steps of the State House in Columbus, South Carolina. And what you're looking at is a KKK rally. No, I'm saying this is 2015. This is a KKK rally in the state capital of South Carolina. And there are barricades here to keep the KKK men, I guess you call them Klansmen, and white supremacists away from the crowd. I'm not going to lie to you, there are a bunch of media here too. There were hundreds, maybe at least 1,000 people or so on the other side of the barricade. We don't want these guys here. We're seeing things thrown at each other, bottles thrown at each other, a lot of swearing going back and forth, Nazi salutes. And the mood here is still very, very tense. We don't know which way this thing's going to go. What I will say is this: if any of these barricades get breached and get knocked over, it's going to get real bad real quick.
Hey, now, y'all, work really hard on that man.
Why all the hate?
Congratulations!
Why all the hate?
Yeah, 5 kids. Hey,
Black flag.
Can we?
Brother.
I notice you're with the media and we're live right now. Do you mind if I ask you something?
What?
We're live right now on Vice. I notice you're the Grand Dragon. Is that like a leader position?
It could be.
Okay. Well, do you guys feel welcome here?
Yes, we do. We feel very welcome. Okay. We're getting a great reception.
And what's the point you're trying to get across?
We're trying to get the point across. The Confederate flag does not represent hate. It represents pride and heritage. A lot of people, along with 3 of my relatives, died for that flag. And I'm sure a lot of people here today, relatives, died for that flag.
So what do you want? Do you want the flag put back up?
Well, Zog is already, Zog and Al Sharpton, NAACP, Jesse Jackson, they've already won that. We're trying to stop them taking down any other Confederate memorials, streets named after Confederate generals. That's what we're here to do today. And hopefully open city desire. Our PA did not show up today. He's stuck in traffic. We did not plan this. We wanted this to be a peaceful demonstration where we could get on the. If somebody can find us a PA, we'll be happy to do our speeches. Why don't you look into that?
Do you think it's going to start?
I don't really care.
You don't care? What if it doesn't? It could be really bad.
We're not going to start anything. We have people around watching our backs.
Yeah, I mean, you say you're not starting anything, but I'm looking over your shoulder. There's a guy yelling and swearing at the people in the crowd. Some people would look at this and say, you're not starting something.
We do. Fuck sharks. I'm not a skinhead. I'm not a skinhead.
Why didn't you answer his question about what the Grand Dragon is?
It's a child and the little white knight.
So you are a leader?
I will not say a leader, but I am an officer, yes.
But if you're a leader, why not just say it? I'm a correspondent or host.
We're not talking the invisible empire for nothing. We don't give out all our secrets. Thank you. Have a good day.
Don't be afraid of him. What's he going to do? They said
Yeah. All right. So if you're just tuning in on this live stream right now, we're live on Vice, and this is a KKK rally right in front of the State House in Columbia, South Carolina. You see all the Confederate flags here. These are members of the KKK, they're Klansmen basically, and people who are part of white supremacist groups. But if you look around the crowd, you'll see there are flags representing black power. And things have been getting really heated here. It's clear there are a lot of people in the crowd that don't want the Klansmen here. We've seen fights, we've seen people get arrested, and we've seen people throwing stuff back and forth. And it's clear, and I got to say this, it's clear that there are people on both sides that are provoking each other. And we might actually be seeing some more of that over there on that side. We're mobile, so we're moving around. And stick with us. We don't have any plans to bring down this live stream anytime soon. But just to point out sort of how significant this is the State House in South Carolina, where they brought down the Confederate flag. The Governor Nikki Haley, made that decision, and she said it was to honor the lives lost when those 9 people were killed in that black church not too long ago. They brought the flag down. So the KKK said, we're going to do a rally to show people that we still believe in that flag, and that's why you're seeing so many people out here today on both sides, and they're really angry. Yeah, and that's the other thing. So Brett, behind the camera, I don't know if you caught that, but Brett just said it looks like it's gone beyond the Confederate flag right now. There are Nazi salutes going on. We saw a flag of the Star of David ripped apart, spat on, stomped on. We're seeing there's a lot of anger here. Their official line is, no, this is about pride. But I'm telling you, as the guy here on the ground, this is about anger and people that are really pissed off. Yeah.
Get your beady eyes and then narrow spot between your eyes. Get that big old flat nose. It's you. Let me see. Well, you may have a little bit of white blood in you. A little bit.
Hey guys, if you're on this live stream right now, thanks for tweeting this. This had the potential to be something small. Now it's gotten a little bit bigger. And the way the word of stuff like this gets out is with people tweeting, so thanks for that. I'm not checking my Twitter all the time, but when I do, if you have any questions, or if you see anybody that wants to talk to again, just send us a tweet on the ground, and we'll do our best.
They don't even know. That's what makes it so bad. They don't know. If it was not for the white race, they would not exist. Because your people were cannibals. They chopped you and traded you into slavery. And if the ones that did not trade you into slavery,
You guys want to talk to some more people? Yeah?
hey, where's South Carolina KKK? That boy gave me all these other things. Where's South Carolina?
We're with Vice. We're live streaming.
I went to school with Tawana Saunders at Allen University. One that got killed in Manual 9.
You went to school with her?
Yeah, at Allen University.
What do you think when you see the Confederate flag being paraded like this?
It's a joke. They're making their own race look horrible.
I mean, to them, it's a big deal, though. They say it's a symbol of their heritage.
No, it's not symbol of heritage, because that man waving that, he's up there somewhere. He just said not enough black churches was burned in Charleston.
You from Columbia?
No, I'm from Philadelphia.
This is your country, man. What do you think about this?
I'm about to go into the Navy. I don't appreciate none of this at all.
So you're about to risk your life.
And I got to see stuff like this every day.
So how does it feel knowing
Thank you.
you're
They
risking
just
your life?
blocking the view too. What about you?
People
Take
like
a
this.
picture.
I'm not risking my life for people like this. I'm risking for the Caucasian people that's over there. That's telling them that's not what they stand for.
Are you interviewing with them?
Of people.
Yeah, he's with me.
They're saluting this flag like it's the.
Can you go over there with
They
him?
got the swastika up there.
They do. I saw them.
How is that white heritage? In a museum in Germany, that flag, that swastika flag is in a museum. They just had an Israel flag on the ground, stomping it and ripping it apart.
I mean, we saw that. We were live streaming, but listen, I'm not trying to take anyone's side.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm just saying from their side, it's part of the history of America.
But play devil's advocate. If that flag in South Carolina that was flying on that State House offended Caucasian people, you think that would really be able to be flown that long? No. Just being real. Just being real. That flag wouldn't be.
Sympathy flag out because because it's part of American history?
No, I'm just. No, I don't think.
Would you hang a Nazi flag up?
And I hear you, but
because
I think.
of history, would you hang it? Just answer.
No, of course not.
Okay, end of story. There's your story.
That's it. Case in point. If that flag offended anybody other than black people, it would have been down.
So why do you think they're allowed to be here with these flags?
Freedom of speech. They can talk. They can talk.
So what's wrong with them being here?
I didn't say anything with their message is wrong. We was on the other side speaking. They have no message. The only message they're giving is to these cameras right here. They're not talking to the mass crowd.
All right, so let me level with you. Here's what I've seen since I've been here. I've seen one side shouting on that side, one side shouting on this side. People think if they shout loud enough, they're going to get it on TV. They're going to get their message out.
Exactly.
What's it going to take for people to stop shouting and actually talk to each other?
When they stand on that podium and have a speech prepared and talk to everybody. And then they're supposed to open up dialogue.
No, but so they said they were trying to, they couldn't get a microphone in time or something.
That's an excuse. That's it. We got a microphone over there. What's the problem? They had the time to get this whole permit. They can't get a microphone.
That's what they said.
They have people from Texas, Missouri, Kentucky. I don't see South Carolina out here, but they don't have time to get a microphone. That's just being slack, unprepared.
Is there a place in America for people like this?
There's a place in America. There's not a place in my heart for them, but I mean, if they want to think, they want to think. But the problem I have is when they try to indoctrinate it into younger kids and watch this and make them become part of their lifestyle.
So hold on, you just said younger kids, right?
Yeah.
Who are you here with? You're with your parents? Do you mind if I ask him? He's a young man. How old are you? You're 11. What do you think about this?
This is crazy.
It's crazy. You're the smartest 11-year-old I've talked to today. You know that? What do you think about this? I mean, do you think about this? Do you think about guys who make such a big deal out of these things?
Yeah, I mean, they took the flag down. I mean, they're still doing the act.
Let me ask you a question. I kind of hope people are watching this part right now.
Yeah.
You're 11 years old, you go to school. You have white friends, you have black friends, you have, I don't know what other color friends, just people who are Chinese or Indian or whatever. You all get along. How come grown-ups can't get along? Grown-ups are crazy. You deserve an award for that. Thank you. What's your name? Kevin? Yeah, nice to meet you, Gavin. I'm Mohammed. We're with Vice News. Thanks.
That's pretty much what it
is. You just killed my flower.
On that side. It's hard to say.
I mean, we might as well just do like another stand-up of joining out. Get it so that you're facing that.
No, the water to drink because it's really hot. And the gentleman asked for a package.
Warm. I hope I don't see it go flying. All right, I need you guys to step back there.
Do you know which way they're trying to? When's that going to be? Do you know?
Hopefully around 5.
Yeah, correct. We're standing in front of the State House. Are we good? We're standing in front of the State House in Columbia, South Carolina right now. Right behind me there's a KKK rally on the steps, the very steps where the Confederate flag was lowered just a week or so ago. And this is clearly a provocation. They're trying to rile up the crowd here, the KKK, to say that they respect the Confederate flag. Who is it that you wanted to speak to? You right here?
Yes.
Tell me about why you're here.
Well, I found out that it was going on, so I knew that it was going to be either really bad or really positive, maybe. But I knew I had to be here. I knew I had to come down.
What goes through your mind when you see that flag on those steps?
History. Not good history, but my people's history. The history that we don't even know about yet. Some things that we still don't know that we're trying to learn as we go.
How would you describe it? Is it anger? Is it like, yo, those people are ignorant? What is it? Is it sadness? I'm just trying to put myself in your shoes.
I think it's taught. I really think it's taught. Whoever long ago put this idea in their heads and it never ceased to die. That's what this country was built off of, and it's still here.
So, but that's what you're saying is dangerous, because that's how this country was built. It's part of its history. So how do you move on from that?
You can. It's not going anywhere.
That's pretty pessimistic. Some people would say, why not be optimistic? What do you mean? There's a guy right here yelling at the crowd with Nazi flag. Do you ever think you'd see this outside the state? You thought you'd see it?
I see it everywhere. It's everywhere here.
Because I don't see it everywhere. I mean, I see some few crazy people. I'm Canadian, so I'm allowed to say that I'm allowed to be outside of this.
If you ever lived in South Carolina, hats, shirts, clothing, trucks, flags outside of the home, they're everywhere.
Do you feel threatened by that?
No. They don't fear me. They don't put fear in me.
I'm just going to break up. Thank you for your time.
If you didn't come today, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be here.
If you're just joining us, these are some of the Nazis, your wife's premises that are holding a rally outside the State House.
And we appreciate it. We appreciate you guys letting us come today. Thank you, South Carolina.
Hey, tell your homeboy to get behind that road.
More Nazi salutes.
Tell your homeboy to get behind that road.
I should point out, for those of you that are just joining us right now, it's not like this place is swarming with white supremacists and Nazis. They're clearly in the minority. In fact, if you look around, right, if you take a quick pan around, you'll see there are a lot of police officers here, and a lot of people in the crowd, and there's a lot of anger right now, and there's a lot of taunting.
You drag your knuckles, nigga. Hey, you a veteran? Hey, big dog, you a veteran? You a veteran? Why you wearing a face?
Yeah, I got no comment with that.
Are you a skinhead? Okay. What y'all represent? What y'all represent?
Christ, our criterion of character. Jesus Christ is our criterion of character. Hey, Jesus Christ said no race mixing.
We're live right now. We just ask you a couple questions. Do you feel like you're welcome?
Absolutely. I'm welcome wherever I go. And the way I see it is, if it wasn't for all these guys here, who would we be sitting here preaching? Who would we be talking to? Nobody. So we leave. If it wasn't for them, we would leave.
I don't know if you caught that, guys. He just said, someone whispered in his ear and said, we got problems. So let's go and see what exactly those problems are.
All you guys are saying, you're going to preach all the screaming and all the shit. I'm just out there with women. We don't like people out there having signs that I can just
I trust you, and we talked to them. We did. On the way in, we did. I don't disagree. I think there's black people here, there's white people here, and I'll say the same thing. There's a very small group of white people up there. No. We've been talking to a lot of people. Trust me. I know you haven't seen. We've been here for like 2 hours. Talked to a lot of people. Let's see if we can get to that side. There's some trouble on that side. There's some trouble on that side. We're gonna go and see if we can get there.
So that white man had look good.
Cool. Yeah, they'll let us go in. I just want to grab his attention. Because if we run across, we're going to attack him. Hey, sir. Hey, sir. Sir. We're with the media right now. We're live. Just wondering if you don't mind. We just want to get to that side where the media is, behind that barricade. They let us through last time. They said if it was media and you only go there, it's okay.
You couldn't do that. Well, you can't come right here and turn this off.
Well, we were going to just kind of go around the edge. Yes, sir. We're not going to one time. Okay, well, we have one more guy that's loot. Yeah, it's just between us. You got it. Are you guys okay with going to that side? Yeah? What are your thoughts? You want to stay here or you want to go around? I mean, it's 50-50. It looked like it was kind of building up there, right? No?
Make sure y'all stay on the car. Make sure y'all stay on the car.
All right, but listen, I'm going to hold you to it.
Stay over there, all right?
Another general stand-up?
That grease, I can't drink it. I'm scared. Let me taste it. Oh my God, they're like.
Yeah. So, if you're just joining us, we're outside the State House in South Carolina right now in Columbia. You see there's a very heavy police presence. The police are actually separating a very angry crowd right now from a group of KKK Klansmen. I never thought I'd be saying that on a live stream, but a group of KKK Klansmen that are demonstrating on the steps of the State Building. And just a couple of minutes ago, we were interviewing one of the Klansmen, and someone whispered in his ear and said, "We got problems." So we're not sure what's going on, but stay with us because something might go down. And you can see the police are actually talking about the strategy. I've seen this a lot of times. Police will actually get together, and there's going to be a commanding officer in there that's reading out the orders, telling people how they're going to deploy, or in this case, probably redeploy. So we're going to stick around and watch this. I gotta say, we've been live streaming now for how long, guys? Maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. And the tension's still in the crowd. I mean, the people, Klansmen that are on the steps right now, are still very angry.
Come on, man.
No, he told us we could stay. Who said that? There was a gentleman that was right here that said, "Please stay." Yeah.
So you didn't stand the concrete.
He said,
"Short guy."
Was he short? We'll do what you want. We'll stay out of the way.
You were told by the way.
That's the problem. So, they're exiting. So hold on, guys. Just be aware, guys, that as they exit, they're walking into a crowd that's kind of hostile. So we don't know how this is going to play out. So just watch out for things. Well, they're allowed to be here until either 4 or 5 o'clock. And it's 4 o'clock now. So if you're just joining us right now on the live stream, let me just point something out. I've covered enough of these protests to know that whenever you see law enforcement officials line up like that, either it's going to end or it's going to get real. It's going to get real. And we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen.
I'll go night-night. Sanka, you dead? I'm fine.
All right, so thanks for the tweets, guys. Somebody named Andrew Carroll tweeted and said, "Props to the question you're asking people and encouraging conversations between people." Andrew, thanks for watching. You're right. I think we've seen a lot of people talking at each other, but not a whole lot of people talking to each other and with each other. And that's one of the problems we're noticing here on the ground. Somebody named Rose Geller II said, "Are people relying on freedom of speech more than others relying on morals?" That's a tough question because both sides say they're here to protect their principles. They're here for freedom of speech. They all say they're here for equality. And you can see the police are actually moving out right now. We're gonna keep on them, Brett, to stay on them in case they redeploy somewhere else. Or if this is an indication that they might want people to go home. Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, you remember we interviewed the guy with the Nazi flag who was really pissed off, and he was yelling at the crowd that Jesus Christ said no mixing. I'm not a religious guy, but I'd love to talk to that guy again. Because, well, we don't know. We tried to ask him, but it looks like they're redeploying because if these guys have to leave, they're going to have to go through a crowd that's pretty angry, right? So it's probably for their safety. But yeah, as I was saying, man, I would love to just talk to that guy again because I think that was a pretty provocative statement. Also, one thing to point out, we spoke with the guy who says he's the Grand Dragon of the KKK. Whoa, whoa. Red, turn on. All right, there's another fight. There they go. Right in zone.
Punches are being thrown. Throw it one.
All right. More fights breaking out in the crowd.
If you have questions about 2015, let me know.
And it's right in front of
if you're one of the time travelers from the distant past that thinks this is acceptable, I'm here to answer questions for you.
Hey, Brett. Can you see what's going on? Right. Well, we know there was a fight that just broke out in the crowd. and I can't say we're surprised. We've seen a few of these. Thank you, guys.
We'll bring it up. Lock them up. That's right. Lock them up. We can play with them. Lock it up.
If this flag and these people that much that y'all want to fight and go to jail, take your asses home.
Yep.
Prayer in school. I want to see the Pledge of Allegiance.
Want to go out? Give it. No? All right, so first of all, if you're watching this live stream, this is the capital of South Carolina. We're right outside the State House. You see the Confederate flags. There are also some Nazi flags here. There are a lot of people here who are angry. The KKK have been holding this protest for about an hour now. But when they showed up, this crowd just got huge. There were people that kind of stormed here because they don't want the KKK here. We've seen fights in the crowd. We've seen arrests made. There is a massive police presence right now. There's no way you're going to be able to see it from the angle that we're at right now because the police are like spread out everywhere. Hundreds of police officers from all sorts of different law enforcement agencies. And they're not taking any chances. You just missed it. There's a fight that broke out just on this other side here. Two people like just going at it. Police moved in really quick to get it under control. No, we were right there.
You were right there? Oh, we were right there. What you talking about? Where the fight broke out at?
No, we were over there.
And where the fight broke out at?
Right here.
Oh, the fight broke out right now? So why everybody ran in that direction?
I don't know.
So what you talking about then? What you reporting?
No, we saw.
What did you see? You saw people running off. You ain't seen no fight.
No, we saw.
What did you see?
What were you coming up?
What were you talking about?
Hold on. I'll come back to you. Hold me to it. I'll come back to you. Hey, Brett. If you're just joining us, it looks like the KKK members are actually leaving the protest right now. I don't know if I should say this.
I hope y'all park in a private
parking lot. We're going to see if we can tag along. They've made a barricade right now. I don't know if you can see this. Where the police officers are actually holding the crowd back from the Klansmen that are leaving their protest. There were some fights going on, a lot of stuff being thrown, fists being thrown at. So we're just staying to see if it's going to stay safe or if it's actually going to pick up.
Hey, boy, you have a nice day, all right, boy?
Hey, get your license seatbelt.
All right, never come back, please. I appreciate it. I hope y'all get to your cars safely. I just hope. I hope and pray.
And there you go. So that was quick. Look at the steps now. The Klan is gone, and they're off to what they say is going to be a private rally at a private location where they're going to do what they say is a cross-burning. Let's go, guys. No, I think for the KKK, I think that's it. Can we? We're live right now. We got to get out.
You're ready to leave?
Yeah. See, we got to get in with it. Thank you. Want to jump up, Brett? You guys want to go? Yeah. You want to go? Let's go. All right, so we're starting to see what looks like some more fights, but we're just going to head over there kind of quickly. By the way, he's Batman. Just for some comic relief. Oh, let's go, guys, let's go.
Something going on, babe.
Something's going on. So here's what's going on right now. The KKK thought they were going to leave the rally, but the people that were on the outside are now following them, and they're not letting them leave. And we think there might be some fights and some stuff going on. anyway. Hey Lou, we're still live? Okay, good. If you're live and you're just joining us and you're wondering why we're running through a crowd of people, there was a KKK rally that just finished, and people are trying to leave the rally. South Carolina. KKK trying to leave the rally, and people outside who didn't want the KKK in town in the first place. Following behind them. And this is going on live, guys. This is in the heart of South Carolina, where of course you know there was the big flag controversy. So when you see that Confederate flag, it brings out emotions in people. Are you guys take a look? Who are those guys? Those guys are those police? Guys, are those police?
Yeah. Yeah, those are army. That's armory.
That's army, right?
Yeah, that's army.
So, listen, I'm going to put this out there. There are some really heavily armed people on the streets. I've been in Afghanistan. I've seen soldiers that aren't armed as well as they are. So they're taking this real serious. If you're, let me bring everybody up to speed in case they're just joining us. So in case you're just joining us, there was a KKK rally here in Columbia, South Carolina, and it was really animated. People yelling. There were fights going on in the crowd, and the KKK actually tried to leave by kind of marching down the street. But the people that don't want the KKK in town actually followed them. There were some fights going on in the streets.
We gotta get down there.
Yeah, we gotta get down there, guys. Lou, is there a way to get down this way? There's stairs. Well, let's just...
That way.
Their media is all right.
That way.
That way. Don't worry about it. Get that in. Okay. Yeah, we gotta move. You guys holding up all right?
Yeah.
Good. You know, just when things are looking quiet, the shit kind of hits us.
Not much to see.
Understand, sir?
Okay, where are you? I didn't know keep walking in this heat. Did he go home?
All right, so if you tuned in earlier and you kind of tuned out and now you're back, you're wondering why our team is walking down the street. Well, the KKK left the rally. They were given a police escort to leave the rally, but the police actually didn't follow them all the way to where they were going. So there were a lot of people in the crowd that didn't want the KKK here to begin with, and they followed the Klansmen down the street. So we're heading down, and actually there's a fight right here that we caught on camera going on. We're just going to follow it all the way through to make sure that the tail end of this doesn't have any more violence. By the way, thanks for tuning into the live stream, guys. We couldn't do this without you. I know you guys have been retweeting and sharing this. I'm sorry I can't reply to all your tweets. We got some stuff to do of our own. Okay, don't forget to drink water. I'll let you know that. Alright, so I'm not going to be the one to say it's officially over, but if the Klansmen have left, then we'll know it's over. What are you guys saying? You want to keep going? Okay, I guess that's how they're going home. They all parked in the parking lot. I wonder if they'll be able to get out. I think that might be a lesson in bad protest planning. If all the guys in your crew park in the same parking lot, it might be kind of tough to get out. What was that? They should have had a bus. That's what I'm saying. And you know, people just get more angry when they're walking in the sun.
Hold your line. Hold your line. Back. Hold the tight line. Hold the tight line.
Beautiful day in South Cat. I didn't know how I feel. How I feel. Hoorah! Hoorah!
So Aaron just, guys, are we still live, right? We're still live. So Aaron just tweeted and said, was that the National Guard you just saw? And I think it was. And it's more than the National Guard. So Stephanie tweeted us and asked if there were any cops in riot gear. I didn't see any officers in riot gear. So Stephanie just tweeted us asking if there were cops in riot gear. I didn't see them. You guys would know. Have you seen anyone in riot gear? No answer? Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Well, look around. I'm not seeing riot shields or riot arms. What's your name? Hey Jeff, thanks. So Jeff, another cameraman, just pointed out that yes, they were National Guard. Because we used to be guys in the military, that's maybe that's their job. Yeah, and there was another one. There was only 4 or 5.
You gotta watch these gaps, both lines.
You gonna come to me a little bit?
Just do a recap. All right, if you're just tuning in right now on the live stream, what's going on right now is that the KKK rally in front of the State House, where we are right now in Columbia, South Carolina, that rally kind of dispersed and they were given police protection or an escort to come to their, I guess, what are their vehicles. They're standing in front of this garage right now where the KKK members went inside. And the police have cordoned off this area because the people that were around the KKK rally followed the Klansmen here. You didn't want to let them sort of go without giving them a nice farewell. So that's what's going on right now. That's why I said barricade. I should point out there are fewer people here now than there were up at the State House, but there's still some pretty angry people. Yeah, have you guys been here for a while?
Yes, sir.
No, but have you been here, like watching what's going on? So what was going on here?
It's crazy. Well, first they were, in front of the State House on the steps. They were screaming back and forth. They had flags out there.
Were you up there when you? And then, so how did all this come out in front of the garage?
I guess they planned to march through the Streets of Columbia. Like they came off the steps. They had police like back out and make a big trip of them.
The guy right here, I think somebody like tugged him the flag and he turned around and started like back up. And so they maybe started going out.
Like people can turn. You have police. You have gang members.
The gang members. What do you think about this?
I'm kind of proud.
You're proud? Tell me.
I'm proud because the crowd is not just black people. South Carolina gets some real bad rap music just to be like so to see like this much unity to go against even this. I mean, it's a little crazy, but it's good to see that people can come together for a bit.
So you're right, but the other side is that the KKK still showed up. So there are people in the state that don't want everybody.
What I heard, they came from North Carolina. It's like a North Carolina chapter. They came down here and we took the flag down. Now, I'm sure there's KKK members in our state, but they like. I love to see people say outside agitated. They came to our state. They weren't having this.
So I should have pointed out we're actually live right now. I hope you guys are live. Let me ask you this, and this is the big picture, right? Because everybody's so busy living their lives and just trying to do whatever they can to make the world a better place. How do you think the rest of America looks at what's going on here today?
You're not going to be 100% about change. That's okay. That's what's going to be. The fact that this is a different kind of age that we're actually standing up. That's what they can provide. Basically, change the age of the stage play and actually on next to us.
I think people in America who want to have hate in their heart, who want to find something negative, they're going to find something negative. I feel like the majority of Americans who actually present thoughts and want to see stuff change for more of society, they're going to look at this and apply.
So, but the flip side is people might look at this and say, man, America's never going to change. 50 years later, the KKK is still on the steps of the Capitol.
But why then?
I feel like not just people there's always rich people. They've always been in power. It's because there's also people who are opposing this, also other people who want to hate this out. People that are on the sidelines also not some of that way. I say there's no such thing as good cops because good cops also know what's going on. Actual
no, hold on. So I'm not on anybody's side here. I'm not black or white. I'm in the middle. But so there are people that would say the exact same thing about black people. They would say, I don't think, and I'm not saying this, but they would say, I don't think there's black people because that person probably knows, I don't know, someone in jail or someone who broke the law or someone who's a negative influence. So can't you see the people that say the same thing?
It's busy that people think right now. They're the minority.
Are you trying to be on camera? We'll give you a chance. We'll give you a chance.
It's also a power thing.
Yeah, but there's a black president.
I feel like that's why they're showing their head because they see change happening. At the root of it, it's just they're afraid that our country's not going to.
So you guys are really well spoken. Let me ask you a question because we're live right now. President Obama has come out and made a lot of statements about racial unity and the shooting at the black church, the Confederate flag, and all this stuff. I don't know if he is, but if someone like the president were watching right now, what would you say to him? Right at the camera. What would you say? Yeah, what would you say?
I'm sorry that the country has been years. Future from my 1960s, we're still doing this. And that's what we should say. It's not about the president. We do want to change.
I want to thank you for being like, I feel like when Obama got elected, it kind of sparked the source.
Hey guys, couldn't interrupt. We got it. Mohammed, nice to meet you. Hey, good. Assalamu where are you? There's more riots going on. They're basically trying to break through the police line. Police aren't letting them. Get back! Right where you at? Stay back! You guys want to go across the street? Would you let us go through the media? We're live right now, actually, on Vice News. We're not going to go this way. We're just going to cut back.
If you want to go through, you have to go where there's no line.
So there's an arrest being made, it looks like right now. I don't know if you got this. Not an arrest, guys. Looks like
There's almost a showdown between like this.
Video that one. You gotta get video that one. Yeah, they burn.
guys, let's get through before they So it's so they're burning. Take a look. So they're burning the Confederate flag here. Is that what they're doing? Burn it!
Y'all watch the lighter for the man. I'm sorry.
Brett, if you're monitoring my audio, I know we're still live. Just put up your hands so that we can be brief.
So what? Like, you don't defend people? Don't take people to
Hey, Brett, man. Where'd you go? Put up your hand. Guys, it's got to be way up. All right, let's do a recap. So what's going on right now is we got a bunch of KKK members who are rallying outside the State House, and they're in the garage, presumably to leave, and we're not sure how they're going to get out because they're surrounded by a bunch of people who don't want them here. And what you just saw a minute ago on the live stream, you guys were rolling on it, they set one of the Confederate flags on fire. So their intentions are still pretty deep here.
It's okay to show
Please, thank you.
Hey, who's the sidewalk? Who's the sidewalk? Thank you.
So the police are actually just asking us to move back and clearing up the area. And this is not a statement about policing anywhere in America, but I should say that to a fault, every one of these officers has treated us with respect while they're here. It's not a statement, I'm just saying that they've been very professional, and I think that's an important part of the story.
Sorry.
Hey there. What's your name?
Hayden.
Hayden, how old are you? You're 10 years old? What do you think of all this, man?
Go ship it! Go ship out!
What bothers you when you see this? You're 10 years old. You're 10 years old. You got a whole life ahead of you. We're from Vice News. We're live right now, actually. Yeah. What do you think about all this, man?
I don't like it. I think the KKK should go. Not right.
You use parents? What do you think of all this? Yes. You can swear we're Vice. Bunch
of bullshit, you know.
You guys live here?
Yeah, I live here.
How do you feel about the KKK showing up in town?
You know, really don't bother me because a bunch of pussies because you got to hide behind that sheet and you got a lot of them still don't know who they is. You know, you got black people, white people, all kind of races now. So that shit should be out of the window.
Do you feel like threatened by them?
No. One thing I do is dilute their race. Have a whole bunch of faith by their women, dilute their race, and they're going to be obsolete.
I think you just said the one thing that pisses them off the most, right?
That's right, dilute their race. That's all you got to do.
Listen, man, it's all right. It's all right. I got a son who's almost your age, and no 10-year-old should have to see this. But you know what? You got good parents. That's the best thing you can ask for in life.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. What was his name? Hayden. What's his last name? Cunningham. How old is he? 10 years old. Just turned 10. If like today?
Saturday.
If I need to follow up with you, can I get someone to take down your number if that's okay? Lou, do you mind just taking down? I don't want to do it on the live stream. Just get their number if you don't mind.
James, I'm with Vice too.
Oh, hey, James, nice to meet you. We're live, buddy. My mic is on. In case you want me to.
No, that's just going to say.
Hang out. Let's connect after this, as soon as we're done. Can you text me? We're nice live.
It is a crime they supposed to.
Oh, it's a thing.
It is a crime they supposed
And it's recently going to be more of a thing. Are you listening? Or Toronto. I'm actually from
Ma'am, back on the sidewalk.
Are you in town?
Ma'am, back on the sidewalk. Please,
Let's try
thank
to
you.
connect tonight.
On the sidewalk.
Okay. You guys okay? I'll do it. You guys okay? Don't forget to drink water because you'll forget and it'll be bad for you. Go ahead. Drink. So if you're just tuning in live right now, go on. If you're just tuning in live right now, you see there's a row of police officers. They're actually, we set up a police line outside this parking garage. Inside that garage are members of the KKK that were holding a rally, and they wanted to leave. So they all walked over to the garage where I guess they parked their cars. But the crowd that didn't want the KKK here followed them, and now they're surrounding the parking garage. Let's just walk down the line a little bit. It looks like there are a bunch of cars leaving right now, so this might be the KKK trying to leave the downtown area where we are right now, Columbia, South Carolina. And this is just one of the police lines, by the way. There was more. We're just going to keep walking over to the entrance.
Hold up!
So there you go. Heavy police presence. Looks like the KKK have left the building.
That's my mother, man. Ain't nobody up there. You too old?
Hey, Brett, where are you? I think they might have got into a car accident. Let's go down. See if you guys can catch up. Hold on. There's a guy being put into a police car.
Back up where the police are now. Off the street. Off the street, please. Off the street. On the sidewalk, please. Thank you for your cooperation. Sir, on the sidewalk, please. Sir.
Hey guys, what happened? Guys, we're live streaming this right now. What happened?
Man, I don't know what happened, bro. My brother in there, though, just like all my other brothers out here, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened. I know what's going to happen, though. Motherfuckers think that they're going to come down here and do what they want to do, and ain't going to be no justice with it, you know what I'm saying? We look for justice. Justice, peace, feel me? Justice, man, we out to you already.
Let's get it out of here. Fuck these people.
Y'all got his keys? Hey, guys.
Are we doing?
Hate to say there's more to cover.
We're going back this way. We're closer this way.
Hey, for those, are we still up? Okay, guys, getting some comments on Twitter about the 10-year-old boy. And I gotta say, you're absolutely right. Justin and Shayna and a few others talking about the 10-year-old boy who just started crying. There are times when as a reporter, correspondent, you're out in the field and something just tugs at your heartstrings. And that was one of those moments. You don't expect a 10-year-old kid to break down in tears talking about the KKK. Hey man, live live stream. So the takeaway from this, if you're just joining us on this live stream device, is that the KKK were holding a rally and they wanted to leave. So the takeaway on this is that the KKK were holding a rally and tried to leave. The police gave them some protection. The people that were surrounding the rally that didn't want the KKK there, they followed the KKK, and they're still following the KKK. So we're just going to go and take a look and see if there are any more fights going on. We saw at least one person went into a police car and driven away. Take a look at the police presence still on the streets. Okay, and to answer that question on Twitter about were those soldiers and National Guard, no, it was the sheriffs. Let's take a look. Welcome to New America. One of the sheriffs dressed like soldiers. I've spent years covering Afghanistan in different roles, and they look like soldiers to me. Hang on, guys. We're live right now. That's cool.
Yeah, we're live.
What you're doing?
Burning the flag, bro. Burning the rebel flag.
I mean, would you feel the same way if someone burned a flag that was important to you?
I don't have a flag important to me, bro.
That's right.
I don't believe in flags.
Just joining us live, we're about to see the Confederate flag set on fire.
Oh, there you go. Hey, what's up? Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Hey, what's up, Mom? Hey, Dad. I'll see you when I'm in West Virginia. Love you guys. What's up, bro? Got the lighter. The doors. Word. The doors. The doors. Hell yeah. My girlfriend's watching this at home, actually.
Don't let me leave without this live. Just joining us.
Hey, I remember you.
Hey,
what's up, man? I get around. I know, that's right.
Trying to set a Confederate flag on fire.
Hey, can you take my picture?
I'll let it.
Right here. Smile for the camera. Say cheese. All right, brother. I got your burn. I'm going to set this right here, okay?
What do you think?
You guys want to hold it? Why burn the flag here?
I'll see you later.
So you found it and just like, oh, yeah. Why burn the flag? Just watching this right now. KKK rally was just wrapped up in Columbia, South Carolina. Large group of people outside who didn't want the KKK here. And this is how some people are responding now that the KKK is back. We're seeing the Confederate flag set on fire.
That was the damn plan. Well,
like that.
if it were that easy to do.
Bring it out, burn it.
Yeah,
Hey, let's make a sign of peace and have every different race, everybody hold hands around. Anybody want to do that?
It's up to them how long do they want to keep this up to. I mean, I'm not going to say it's over because you never know. I don't see.
Muhammad.
Right. So we followed the little, I don't know if you call it a parade, but we followed the procession of the KKK as they were leaving the rally. We can't see them anymore. So we're about to power down the live transmission. Listen, guys, thanks for watching this, man. This is the kind of stuff that we like to do. It's the kind of stuff that we want to do. And it's all about showing stuff live as it's happening. And ironically, as I'm talking about live as it's happening, there's heavily armed police can still walking down the streets. This is the capital of South Carolina, Columbia, right outside the State House. And 2015, the KKK is still rallying. They hold a rally outside the State House. thanks for tuning in, and thanks for following us on Twitter. We're just going to change batteries, so we're going to power down for a little bit. But watch Twitter and watch Vice, because we might power this back up again. Hang on, what happens. Thanks again for watching. Brett behind the camera, and Lou, you guys didn't see them this whole time, but I don't know if we can see. No? All right. Well, he doesn't want to be on camera, but those are the guys that did all the work. I just stood here.